Hey guys, Grant from Four Wheeling in New South Wales. Just thought I'd take this opportunity to show you a quick mod that I did over the Christmas break. I'll just pop those off because I'm going to need windscreen wipers on them otherwise. Yeah, what I did, we often take our shovel camping with us, obviously for the fire and for digging holes to empty the porta toilet, etc. But it's the sort of thing, a shovel's a bit of a pain to have in the car. You've got to have a mount or something, otherwise, you know, they're quite long and cumbersome. So sure, you can buy online, and camping stores do sell, there's a whole range of shovel holders on the market now. I think Roller do one, ARB, TJM, there's a whole swag of them, but I couldn't find anything under about 40 or 50 bucks, which seemed, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but when you want to do a few mods, you know, it all adds up, and the fact that you've got a $20 shovel and it's going to cost you twice as much to mount it. So I started thinking about other options that I could do, and what I ended up doing for under, I think, about 15 bucks, I'll put the details below, so make sure you check out the comments, but for under, I think it was under 15 bucks, I ended up making up my own shovel mount. So I'll spin this around and show you what it is. Essentially, it is a couple of L brackets, which I bought at the hardware. I originally had bought these, I'd purchased these originally to put a second awning on this side of the car, but I didn't end up keeping the awning. So I already had these brackets left over in the garage, so essentially they didn't cost me anything for this mod, but I originally did buy them. I think they were about $3 or $4 each at the hardware. And I've used a couple of U-bolts, or some companies call them D-bolts, D-shackles, there's a few names, but U-bolt, which is just a curved section of steel with a threaded bit at the back and a plate, base plate. A bit of heat shrink tubing, which I already had at home, and a couple of these clips, which I think were $3 or $4 for the two. So all it is, it's pretty straightforward. The clip, that just pulls off over the end of here, like so. The pin slides out, pop that in the pocket. Do the same down this end. Sorry guys, I've normally got a tripod set up for this sort of thing, but I'm hand holding the camera and we're in a bit of mud here, so I don't want to set up a tripod up in the mud. So bear with me. That's essentially slides through. These I think were 34mm U-bolts. They're just big enough to let that rubber of the shovel handle fit through. I originally would have liked that a bit smaller, closer to the shovel handle diameter, but then that rubber wouldn't fit through. And if you take the rubber off, it's a bit of a using the shovel without it, if you're digging deep holes and stuff. So I've left the rubber on. I've just put the heat shrink on there just so that it doesn't rattle around as much, and just to make a little bit smaller diameter, as you can see there. And then yeah, essentially shovel handle slides through, like so. Slides through there. Now I drilled a hole there. Originally I had sort of thought about putting a hole on the left side of this U-bolt, and on the front I was originally going to put one on the right side, or put one on the inside here and one on the inside here, and the theory was that it would stop it sliding backwards and the one at that end would stop it sliding forward. But I ended up drilling the hole in the wrong spot, which doesn't really matter, because once you slide this pin through, this locking pin goes through like so. What I do is I go around the back of the mount. Instead of just going over the handle like that, I go around the back of the mount. So essentially the clip is held on by the bolts there. That comes around, it's back on. Sorry guys, that was really difficult trying to film with one hand and clip that on with the other, so I'll try this one. I'll have to put the end of the camera in my mouth, I think. It's a bit hard. All right. So there we go. Because that wraps over the back, obviously it can't come off. There's a little bit of twist in it, but if you're driving along and that rattles a bit and you know you don't want to listen to it, you can always just put a zip tie around there and it'll just hold it tight. But we've had this on with our trip that we did at Christmas time, and you couldn't hear it, honestly, when you're driving. It wasn't rattling or anything. As I said, there's other ways that you could probably mount it so that that doesn't twist around as much, the actual shovel handle, but it pretty much rests in there. It can't go forward or backwards, as you can see. It's not moving. And yeah, just sort of thought it's worth sharing anyway for anyone that might want to do something similar. As I said, I'll put the prices below, but I think the U-bolts, as I said, they were $3 or $4 for 2, I think, in the packet. 30 or 40 cents worth of nuts. I did put a couple of extra bigger washers at the front there, just so that the nuts had a bit to bite onto and clamp on better. But other than that, for under 15 bucks, you got a shovel holder. And you know, later on, if you wanted to change it, you take it off, you can use your brackets for other stuff, and the nuts and everything you can leave in the garage for doing other mods later on. So it's not like you're throwing a $50 set of mounts in the bin. So yeah, so pretty basic, easy, inexpensive mod that you can do to your setup, your roof racks. Make sure you comment below, let me know what sort of shovel holders you use. Do you use a brand name? Let me know what they are and what you paid for them. Just love to know what other people are using and what sort of gear they've got. As I said, it's just a cheap mod that you can use. Obviously a shovel, any other thing that you might want to take away with you, you could utilize it for even tent pegs or anything like that really. It's only limited by your imagination. Even, you know, you could possibly even use it for traction boards, max tracks and the like. You just have to configure it a little bit differently, but yeah, it's just a bit of food for thought anyway. So yeah, comment below, let me know. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and if you're not already doing so, and hit the notification bell so that you know when new content comes. We've got heaps more stuff coming. We didn't do a lot over the Christmas break because a lot of the places that we like to go driving and camping, a lot of them are shut due to the fires, so it's been a little bit of time between videos, so thought we'll knock this up over the Christmas break in the meantime. Make sure you check out our other video. We did camp at Christmas. We went somewhere different this time, so make sure you have a look at that. If anyone camped over the break, let us know where you got out and got to see. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope that helps you and your next modification. A bit of food for thought. Make sure you check out our Facebook page. We're on Instagram and Twitter. If you're not already subscribing, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Got heaps more coming this year. Got our regular poll starting back up this year on our Facebook page as well. So any suggestions for that, please email us, contact us through the page. The more interaction I get with the page, the more it wants me to do stuff, inspires more content creation. And we are on Patreon too, for anyone that does want to contribute, even if it's $1 a month or just a random. Every bit helps. Every bit of revenue from our merchandise and Patreon goes straight back into the channel, allows me to buy more gear, to do more reviews, and that helps you guys in the long run. So remember our motto, stress less, camp more. Make sure you check it all out, and it's going to be a big year, 2020. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the support. Catch you on the tracks. Cheers.